Hello and welcome to the 2016 IMF and World Bank Group annual meetings. I'm joined today by Saad Azhari, who is Vice Chairman of the Association of Banks in Lebanon. Mr. Azhari, welcome to the View From series.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
Now, Lebanon's economic woes have continued this year, with the IMF projecting growth of just about 1% in 2016. But despite these challenges, there are some green shoots in the economy, and where are they coming from?
Well, like you said, the last few years since the war in Syria started, we are having growth between 1 and 2%. So the expectation is that most probably this year we'll have a growth of between 1 and 2%. There are definitely, the economy is affected by the war, and the growth is mostly in the housing market. We also have the areas of new technology we are seeing the rise. More and more companies are working in the digital technology, which is also improving. And the future, we hope, the gas sector, because Lebanon has a potential gas that's not yet exploited. So we hope this will be a potential growth in the next coming years.
Now, Lebanon's banks have always played a really fundamental role in stabilizing the economy and making sure that there is a sustainable growth trajectory for Lebanon. How have the banks been faring in these more difficult times?
The banks in Lebanon, before the Syria war, we had normally double-digit growth. Since then, we have single-digit growth, but we still have growth. We have growth of deposits, growth of lending. Capital adequacy levels are relatively high. So the banks are definitely stable, and effectively they are the backbone of the economy. So we are still, we're expecting this year 5 to 6% growth in deposits, the same level, almost the same thing with lending, and the profits of the bank is slightly better than last year. So we are doing relatively well.
And how much of this growth story is coming from the expansion of Lebanese banks abroad? We've seen moves into Turkey, into Egypt, and even into West Africa and beyond. How much is that to do with this growth story?
Well, the figures I gave you are Lebanese banks and their activity in Lebanon. But some of the Lebanese banks, the leading Lebanese banks, have presence abroad, and definitely they are expanding more and more abroad, and the percentage of the activity of abroad compared to the total balance sheet is increasing, especially the expansion, like we said, in Turkey, in Egypt, in Jordan, in the regional expansion. And this is improving. On average, the major banks have around 30% of their activity now outside Lebanon.
Mr. Azhari, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.